Welcome back, tribe. I have an interesting one here because people are always talking about what it actually costs to live in Bangkok, and this guy's doing it for $1,400 a month. It's called Retired Working for You. I know this will help a lot of men that have been thinking, how the hell are these people doing this? And how much does it actually cost? Let's find out.
So how much does it cost to live here in the big city of Bangkok? That's what you guys are always asking me. This is the most requested video series on my channel where I actually interview someone and they detail their monthly budget. Today we're going to meet Greg, who's spending $1,400 a month. That's about 50,000 Thai baht. And we're going to go through all of his expense items, all of his cost of living. I'm even going to tour you through his condo, and you'll see exactly what type of lifestyle you can get on that budget. This is an inspiring guy, so I wore this shirt. You only get so many trips around the sun, so make them count. Words to live by. And by the way, the Thailand Lovers Christmas merch store is going to close in a few days. ThailandMerch.com. 28 amazing items. Go check it out. Let's go meet Greg and see what type of life he's got here. So how's it going, man?
It's going great. A fantastic time here.
Thanks for doing this. Could you just introduce yourself to everyone?
Sure.
And this is the perfect dude to use. Completely average dude. Nobody in the comment section can say shit. This dude's living on $1,400 a month. No excuses needed. Average dude, not some multi-millionaire, not some I made millions of dollars in America, I need a change of pace. A normal dude.
I'm Greg, and I'm from Tampa, Florida, and I've been living overseas for about 24 years as an international teacher. Decided to take a break, and here I'm in the beautiful city of Bangkok.
How long you been in Bangkok?
I've been through many times since about maybe 2000. It felt like home when I decided to make this my home for the next year at least.
We appreciate you kind of getting into your monthly budget and sharing this.
Yeah.
Now it's time to kind of see what type of life you lead.
Okay.
For 1,381 US. Is that about
Yes.
50,000 baht?
It is, even a little bit less, I think.
So let's get right into it. I'm going to go line by line, and I want you to kind of paint a picture as to what sort of lifestyle, how you're spending this money. So first up, we got breakfast. 40 bucks a month, so that's about $1.30 a day. What do you do for breakfast?
To be honest, I'm slow to wake up now that I'm not having to wake up so early for work. So it's just an easy, put together for myself in my condo. Just a simple little oatmeal, some sliced bananas, some honey on top, some coffee, maybe a little side of fruit. It's pretty simple.
And where do you, so you go grocery shopping?
Yeah. I've got a beautiful 2 markets that are walking distance from me, Western style markets. So it's easy to pick those things up really cheap.
And so breakfast is at home?
Normally at home. To treat myself maybe once a week, I will go into Prompong. There's a vegetarian place that puts together a really super nice breakfast. They serve it all day long. It's vegan.
Give it a shout out for the vegans out there.
Oh, it's eat.co. You can take the Prompong BTS stop. It's about 350 plus a nice coffee, so it's about 400 baht.
How often do you do that?
Still cheap compared to America or Canada. Maybe once every couple of weeks.
So that's breakfast. Lunch, you got 60 bucks, so $2 a day for lunch. That's about 60, 70 baht. What do you do for lunch?
Usually for lunch, often many days, if I wake up a little later, I'll have a bigger breakfast, and then I will just have an early dinner. So I'm almost like a 2-meal guy.
Yeah.
And maybe a little snack in the middle. But if I do a lunch, like I said, I'll put something together really easily, or I'll just be out somewhere catching a movie or something, and I'll pop over to Terminal 21 or something and hit one of the really inexpensive food courts. Still, it's going to be a couple of bucks at the most.
So breakfast, lunch, let's just finish off the food thing. You got dinner at 80 bucks. So you're stepping up the ladder here. So that's about $253 a day. If you're only doing 2 meals, maybe you can combine those, splurge a little.
Yeah, for sure.
How do you deal with dinner?
Absolutely. Maybe get a beer with dinner. So we just came from a place called Udom Suk.
Is that not blowing your mind that this guy spends $2 for dinner? $1.50 for lunch? What? That's what they charge you just to bring you cold water from a glass bottle. That's like a Coke. This guy's entire meal is what restaurants are charging you in the West for a Coca-Cola. Okay. Again, you can go far cheaper if you just shop at the markets and cook for yourself. But honestly, when shit costs $1.50, $2.50, are you really going to use your kitchen at all? This is nuts. $1,400, bro. $1,400 a month. This guy's living and he's having beers and all this other shit with his food and going out to eat, not forced to cook and conserve money, and living while you're over there surviving, and you're not busting down every single door to figure a way out of the trap. It blows my mind that there's people that watch these videos, that literally watch us talking about how men are getting ahead. Men in the comment sections just literally affirming everything we're talking about, saying how many years they've been gone, they've never looked back, how much better their lives are. The women, amazing. They got girlfriends, they got wives, they started families, and there's still dudes in the comments as delusional as the cat ladies are, just refusing to accept reality that could be any different from their shitty, mediocre existence. Bro, some men just do it to themselves. They can't accept that there is a way out because they're addicted to feeling like shit and looking down on themselves. They get high on the self-deprecation.
That's one of my newfound favorite food streets. It's got fantastic variety there. Popped over there, got some chicken skewers, got 3 or 4 side dishes, Thai food, some little chive dumpling kind of things, a big bag of fruit.
Good.
Walked away from that whole thing was maybe $7 US or something, and that's gonna be my dinner for the next 2 nights.
Should give some context, you guys. So we're at Punawiti BTS station. You can probably see the train just pulled in behind us. And this is a little bit out from the kind of core, the central Bangkok. So when you're walking around the streets out here, it has a more local vibe.
Absolutely.
Was this something that you sought out, or was it budget driven?
It was a little bit of both. Luckily, you introduced me to a really good agent here. Her name's Noi. So within a weekend, she showed me a couple of places, but I did say, here's my checklist. I don't want to be right downtown where it's super busy, lots of tourists, higher prices. I'm okay to go maybe 4, 5, 6 stops out because I know on the train that only means 15 minutes. And it's like a world's different. Like where I live here, it's amazing.
Yeah, his building's right there. We're going to hopefully tour you through in a minute. We'll get to that. But this is Punawiti, Udom Suk, the next stop out. You're about 15 minutes to get back to central Bangkok.
Absolutely.
To a soak
15
station.
minutes is if the trains are slow.
Yeah.
I've timed it from here to a souk, where you live, 11 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, 11 minutes, zip.
Yeah, so it's like a whole other world.
It
And your money goes farther out here.
For sure.
I find you get a more local kind of Thai chill experience.
Absolutely.
And it's crazy to hear. So notice how much the price is depressed when you're just away from the tourist trap areas. Guys, an 11-minute public transport ride. 11 minutes to an American is nothing. 11 minutes is like, I'm going down the street real quick to grab something. And the prices change on you dramatically. There are people on like $600 a month for their whatever rent, living in villas by the water simply because they chose to live a little bit outside the city. It's shocking the kind of life you can lead. We were talking about it in the private community earlier, that some guys, a lot of guys, man, don't care for the city center, the nightlife, all the craziness, the loud noises, the always constantly busy. It's like the ant colony is constantly alive all hours of the day. Some guys are chill in a freaking villa, a compound for $600. There's a ton of dudes that were showing they were living with like $600, $700, $800 in villas in the Philippines outside of the major cities. Happy. Bro, waking up to a sunset, absolute gorgeous view, and feeling sand between your toes. And it's less than $1,000 a month. That shit is unbelievable. Meanwhile, in the West, $1,000 a month won't even cover your goddamn rent. $1,000 a month? Dude, average American is now paying $700 something for a car note. I don't even think that includes insurance. I just think the average car note has risen to $700 a month. With insurance, you're probably tipping around $1,000. Are you kidding me? I would much rather be on a freaking moped pulling up on my villa. Have you seen how many of the dudes in Bali were doing the same thing with their little private beach compound? Infinity pool, sick views, and tropical jungle all around them? This is nuts, dude.
Really good vibes out here. Just kind of walk me through what your typical day's like living out in this neighborhood. We've got breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but what are you doing between meals?
I'll be truthful. I have been working so hard as a teacher for 35 years. That means getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:15. I'm a late night guy. I like to stay up late and I like to get up a little bit later. As a teacher, you got to follow that school schedule. So like
a night hawked and then you sleep in a little bit?
A little bit, yeah, but like just going out and exploring different stops. Like like just going out to Prompong and like Chitlom and just beyond, like just go to a stop I've never been to, pop off, you know, explore those kind of things. I'm really into pickleball now. I discovered that pickleball is getting really, really big here. So I've joined 3 pickleball groups, making some friends that way. After that, we'll go out to eat or maybe go get a drink somewhere usually. So it's kind of like pickleball and social combined.
That's cool. And you told me you get your 10,000 steps in every day.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Thank you for asking. So there's a really nice complex over here called True Digital Park.
That looks.
So I go
Jeez.
over there quite often for shopping, but they've got an
Are you kidding
elevated
me?
track, which is beautiful because it's 4 levels up. It's off the street, smog of the bikes and things. And it's actually a track. It's covered, so it rains, doesn't matter.
How much do you pay for something like this in America? Again, this guy's living on $1,400. What the hell entrance is this? Within a shopping center, you can buy all your groceries. Go up here and go on that little private walkway that's built to go running on. Are you kidding me?
Quite often for shopping, but they've got an elevated track,
Look at this.
which is beautiful because it's 4 levels up. It's off the street, smog of the bikes and things. And it's actually a track. It's covered.
Where are the homeless people? Where's the encampments? Bro, I'm saying the same thing when I'm in Romania. I'm in Bucharest. I'm filming for you guys. At the end of every episode, I put it up there, the second channel, and the walking around videos I do. It's crazy how clean. This is so clean. People are taking care of things. The streets look clean. Is it perfect everywhere? Obviously not. But this dude is in a part of the city that's 11 minutes away, or traveling to wherever this is within 10, 15 minutes. He's doing it on less than $1,400, less than. I think it said $1,381 with what the dude is spending. And he ain't budgeting in the sense of like, I can't eat out. I can't go enjoy some outdoor activity with the boys. I don't get to go explore anywhere. I'm just going to work and coming home. No, that means he can live on much less than the $1,381.
So it rains, doesn't matter. And so you've got the fast lane and the slow lane. So
Damn.
I put myself in the slow lane, but you can still walk pretty fast and you can get some really nice, relaxed walking around there, a little, you know, nice pace.
That is so
Get my
dope.
10,000 steps, listen to some podcasts. We walk, we, you know, go for coffee after, something like that. They make a really nice Vietnamese coffee. So it's Mika or Micah, I'm not sure. I call it Mika. And there's several of them around. She prepares it. It's a nice iced coffee. It sounds like a lazy man's exercise because in the kind of a way it is. So I'm walking, sipping my coffee as I'm getting my 10,000 steps in.
That's just a short walk from here.
Yeah, so I'll just walk out of my complex here.
Yo, pause. Pause. Look at the complex. Again, we're gonna say like, third world, decrepit, ugly buildings, graffiti everywhere, shit's looking like it's breaking down. No, bro, that's gaslighting. That's what America's looking like. You will only find buildings like this in the uber wealthy part of the United States. Everything else looks like straight dog shit. They build luxury apartments, luxury condos, luxury townhouses, and they're surrounded by dog shit. They're in ugly areas. All the other apartment complexes around them are old and decrepit. Shit looks disgusting. This is crazy. This dude, again, he's paying less than $1,400 a month, and this is where he's going to sleep.
And I'll just kind
Unbelievable.
of scoot past the bar, get up on the skywalk, walk not even like 5 to 7 minutes, and it's right
on the
there.
skywalk.
And then
bro,
do
look how
they have
sick
food in there, True Digital?
Oh yeah, they've got all kinds of ethnic foods. Of course, Thai, love Japanese. So the mall has a Japanese feel to it. So there's several Japanese restaurants, Korean restaurants. I'm sure you'd enjoy that. Of course, you got your KFC, your McDonald's, several types
course you do.
of coffee and tea places, anything. So if you want to have kind of like that Western, like
You can.
pick me up food wise or whatever, you can go over there. But my favorite tends to be the food court that's on the top. It's rare to have a food court that actually has draft beers.
Back home, mall food courts, you generally avoid them. They're overpriced. It's all fast food.
So you could get just like a simple little noodle soup and a little side dish of whatever you want. It's still, we're looking at under $3. Just have a glass of beer or something.
What
that
is
might bring the
happening?
price up, but to be honest,
Dude, I'm in Eastern Europe. These prices don't exist. $3 for a soup. Oh my God. All right. This is crazy. Are you getting motivated yet? Because these guys are living your dream and they're not doing it being multimillionaire Chad, 6'6". This is a normal dude with a normal job, having an above normal living.
because the budget is so affordable compared to like America or Canada.
Tell them.
If I happen to spend a couple extra $100 in a given month, it's not going to break the bank. I'm going on the cheaper end only because I'm turning 59 next month. there's no purpose.
You wouldn't
in
have
me.
guessed that. I
you
wasn't sure.
would've.
I wasn't sure if
Depends
you
on
tell.
what shot you're getting here.
I wasn't sure if you'd tell them your
I put
age,
extra
but
moist-
man, like you look like
extra.
That's wild. 59. Look how good he look. He's not obese. He's not looking like he got a sunken in face. Dude's happy. Probably got a couple girls after him, keeping him young. Dude's got plenty of spending money. Life is the perfect balance between work and pleasure. Unlike people in the West that are being forced to slave away at their jobs, but are literally sucking the life out of you. You can see it on people's faces.
Moisturizer
young
here today.
58, dude. So are
That's
you retired?
I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say re-inspired at the moment because, like I mentioned, 34 years in the classroom, I felt like I just needed to take a break from that. And I was also coaching tennis varsity, pretty high level for 20 years as well. I guess I can call it like I was getting burned out. But I thought, you know what, I'm just going to pop out, just take a gap year and see how things go.
Recharge the battery.
Just recharge the battery.
Let's get back
'Cause you
to the
can.
list. You got supplies and miscellaneous, $50 a month on what?
It is so hard to believe, like simple things like cleaning supplies, toiletries. If you look at the prices and don't just grab anything off the shelf, it is literally 1/4 the price of America. Literally 25 cents on the dollar.
Wow.
Super cheap.
And now we get into nightlife. You got $150 a month in nightlife.
And he's going
Here
out.
in Bangkok, they think it's crazy nightlife. You can have that crazy nightlife if you want it. To be honest, I've been here 4 months and I haven't really done that, like go to Soy Cowboy, the crazy dancing clubs and things like that. I haven't been once. And people say, oh, that can't be true. Because it's like, I did that a long time ago. I'm not really interested. So for me, like a place like this, going out with friends, going out to dinner, maybe catching a movie, catching live music. I'm really into live music now. Shout out to the Rock Pub here in Bangkok.
So what does a night out at a live music show end up costing you?
Well, I've gone 2 weekends in a row. So the weekend before was like covering a lot of different UK bands. And that was a really well-promoted show. So that was 350 baht. So call that $10 US.
Oh
just to
my
get
God.
into-
Damn, bro. We spent $10 to get through the door. Oh, the humanity. And that is a well-marketed, famous event that he went to. Oh, are you kidding me?
Door that includes one drink. Have
Oh,
a
of
few more
course it
drinks
does.
after that. Like in and out the door, probably under like 25 bucks. On Saturday, it was a free show.
Blowing my mind because I remember going in Vegas and the entry at the door was $100. Back when I was in college, I could only imagine what the cover charge is now. Even shitty clubs and like I lived in Bakersfield before. It's 2 hours north of Los Angeles, little shithole in the desert. They were charging $20 for a cover charge at a fucking club in the middle of nowhere. What?
It was like you could have walked in, walked out, and then been like, cost you nothing. But of course, you get a few beers. That's how the pub makes their money, right? Yeah. So it's really up to you. You want to have one beer and then that's it.
Well,
You
that's
wanna have
it. It
3
is up
beers
to you,
and that's it.
especially when you get to the entertainment stuff. Okay, the next one's the big one. This is one these guys always want to know about. You got $475 US in rent. What's that in Thai baht?
17,000.
17,000. So rather than you describe it, can you give us a little tour through your place?
Absolutely, man. Let's go take a look.
Oh, nice place, man.
Yeah.
How long you been in here?
I've been here 4 months. This condo is amazing. It's what I was looking for from the start. So it's about 45 square meters. It's got its own like living space here. We call it living room, right? Nice little, kind of like a little dining nook here. A separate kitchen, which is great. You can slide the doors across.
This is nice. Like this is a little bit bigger than a lot of the one bedrooms that you find closer to the city center.
Yeah. I love this is the 16th floor, so I love my balcony. It's got the place for doing your laundry, put a chair here. It's got a nice little washing machine inside. If you haven't noticed, look how close the BTS is. Literally 3 steps outside. I'm lucky because I don't get the direct afternoon sun here. So after about maybe noontime, I can pull a chair out here, sit here. It's a beautiful view.
Check out your view.
Nice little separate bedroom.
This place come furnished.
So when I walked in, it was bed, it was the table and chairs, TV, of course, and then the sofa, the couch. Everything else I brought because I've been working overseas for 24 years. So I like to collect stuff and, memorabilia from my amazing travels and working overseas. So
Is this you?
that is me.
Look at Greg. And what about the facilities? Can we take a look at
That
those?
is so
Sure,
cool.
we can take a look.
Bro,
So this pool,
that's what's crazy is like, okay, Obviously, it's like an Asian thing where they're cool with these super small, tiny, compact apartments. Fine. As a bachelor or single dude, you don't need to upgrade to anything more until you get a woman or you want to start a family. Cool. This is the bare necessities on the 16th floor. The amenities of the place is so mind-blowing to me. This is what I was seeing in Dubai, that all the amenities are like top notch, dude. Incredible. Infinity or Olympic-sized pools. Gyms that look like LA Fitness, like sauna rooms, steam rooms, massage rooms, private boxing rings to bring your trainer or to get trained in MMA or whatever. It's insane the amount of amenities that they offer.
Take a look.
And how good they are. Like, contrast this. This looks like Dubai to me with all these trees right here in the middle of the water. I remember I was paying so much money to live in downtown Atlanta, Phoenix, all these major cities. And then I lived in luxury, upscale apartments, and they don't hold a candle to this shit. And I'm paying over $2,000 a month. Dude, America is overpriced, gaslit bullshit when you see stuff like this. Step out of your bubble and go see what the outside world looks like. It's gonna make you angry. And after the anger subsides, it's going to make you hopeful and it's going to get you excited to get the fuck out. I'm telling you. Look at the amenities.
This pool is amazing, man. Often I'll come down here maybe about 10 o'clock in the morning.
Look how big it is.
Beautiful. It's easy. Old timers like me, we need these little steps. Yeah, often there's like a waterfall thing that comes down. I really like it because I'll sit up underneath it, but they turn it off whenever they're taking the leaves out of the water. But the pool is absolutely gorgeous.
What's this up there?
That is a goldfish kind of area.
Of course it is. Of course it is, dude.
Beautiful landscape.
Got a koi pond.
Yeah, the pool's beautiful. It's very calming here. It's got a nice little workspace there. Like I've said before, it's like living in a resort. There's a lot of times the resorts don't have pools like this.
I love that about the Bangkok condos, eh? It's
Perfectly
like, man, the amenities are amazing.
There's an amazing full-size gym. I was there this morning.
So how often do you use these facilities?
It's either the gym or the pool every day.
See?
Cool place, man. How did you find the place?
Insane.
So Noi is an apartment agent here, and she met me like the second day I got here. Within a weekend, she showed me a couple of local places. She knew what I was looking for, and I think this is the 4th building she showed me. As soon as we opened the door, I was like, where do I sign?
You don't usually see one bedrooms quite that big.
Yeah.
A lot of them are the shoebox ones.
Sure.
And that's a nice size. Yeah, cool. So shameless plug. Reach out to Adam, Connect It Retired, working for you. If you're looking for a condo, he'll hook you up. What about the utilities? We got electric at $70 a month.
Yep.
So what does that mean? You don't use much aircon?
To be honest, I will turn it on once. So as you've seen what my place looks like, it's not that big. So if you turn on the air conditioning for the front room just for a couple of hours, it keeps the place cool. I can turn it off and for the rest of the day, I'm comfortable. I don't have to be blasting AC the whole time.
Great, man.
Yeah,
and then water, you got $8. Water here is basically free.
That's 1/4 the price for utilities in general. Water in America is expensive now because I've got a brother who's got a small little apartment. He's a twin brother, actually. Small little apartment in Tampa, and he tells me what he pays, and I tell him what I pay, and he's just like, I got to get over there.
Bangkok could use another Greg clone here. And then mobile phone plan, also pretty cheap.
Of course, you're going to have that initial installation or whatever it is. You buy a package, but monthly, super cheap. I think I pay like $11, I think it is.
You got no school costs, which can be a big factor for those of you with kids if you're looking at international schools. Shopping, You put down $50 a month.
Yeah, just picking up stuff, see a shirt I like or a cheap pair of shoes or something,
And so transportation, $75. How do you get around Bangkok?
Almost always it's BTS. I have the Rabbit card, so each trip is basically the equivalence of $1 US. Takes you anywhere around the city. Also connects to the metro line.
Dude, I mean, public transport that actually works. Look how well thought out this is. Something about Asian countries and public transport is just A1. Ubers here in Eastern Europe are cheap, but God, just to get around for $1 and fast public transport everywhere. How much money do people pay for public transportation somewhere in the United States? It crunches people's wallets by like 20, 30%, if not more, if your commute is far away. Gas cost alone. My man here pays, what did he quote, $80 on transportation? And it's clean and it's safe and there's not bums everywhere. Homeless, crime. You're not going to get robbed or stabbed or any crazy shit that you would see in the West. It's like it's public transportation in America is like synonymous with poverty, synonymous with like crime, with like danger. Here, it's a normal part of life, man. Everybody uses public transport. It's clean, it's efficient and well run.
I go somewhere far out like Benji Kitty Park or something. Right outside my door, literally 3 steps, and I've got the BTS right there. Now, at night, I'll take a Grab, and they could be a little bit more expensive, but I might take a Grab taxi like once a week, maybe. And so transportation is 10 times less. So if I were to move back to America today, for me to get a little car payment, unless I bought the car in cash.
Insurance.
You're looking at insurance, gas, just basic maintenance, car payment. You're lucky if you get a car payment under $300. That's $700 right there.
Yeah.
70 versus 700. That's where I got my 10 times as cheap.
Okay, and then we got travel, like getaways from Bangkok. So you're here for a year. Have you gotten outside the city?
I've only been here less than 4 months.
Yeah.
So my first trip that I'm planning is I'm going down to Krabi for about 10 days. I'm going next month. I'm excited about that. I got my flight, $100 on Air Asia. Exactly $100.
Return or each way?
Return.
$50 each way.
I was shocked.
Yeah.
It's like peak season. I'm still paying.
I'm shocked too. Went with my girl to Sardinia, spent her birthday there. The tickets, if you look at them now, it's $150 from Bucharest to Sardinia. $150 to go to the highest rated beaches in the world with some of the clearest water you'll find in the world. Wild.
$100 for a flight. Hop over to Raleigh Beach. I know you enjoy it over there. And then a nice little, I call it shabby chic, $40 a night. And then in January, I'll be going down to Hua Hin. I'm catching a professional tennis tournament down there and doing a little beach time down there as well.
He's living. Dude, listen, he's living. He's not slaving away. The dude's he's vacationing. He's staying 10 days at a time in some place. He's living his life. When I tell you guys your quality of life increases, I'm not just saying you live in a nice high-rise with great amenities. Your life improves. Your mental health improves. I talked about it on one of the episodes, how moving to Eastern Europe was good for my mental health and my wallet. What he's experiencing, I'm experiencing in Eastern Europe. Dude, the people are better. The food is better. The amenities are just as good. I'm not missing anything. I'm able to live more and worry less. It's honestly amazing. Highly recommend everybody invest in yourselves and figure a way out of the rat race. I don't have the answers to you. Some guys just want all the answers. Like, tell me how to do it, bro. Tell me how to do it. I don't know you. I don't know your life experiences. I don't know what skills you have already, what you've acquired in your life. Everybody's different. I don't know what you've been through. No one has the answer. Some dude on the internet, and not me, is going to be able to tell you how to live out here. This is shit you got to figure out on your own. You're a fucking man. Get after it. Find the answers. Google is your friend. Learn how to do shit that allows you to go overseas. Stop waiting on other men to give you the answer. We can only show you the way. You have to take all the steps. No one's going to carry your soft ass. Get up and change your life, or you don't have the right to bitch and complain about your situation, your position, and your status in life. You're not willing to do anything about it.
For 1 week?
Yes.
Complaining for complaining's sake is what a sucker does. That's a sucker's mentality. Don't be one of those.
So, I mean, you got a budget of $250 a month. So if you say like every 3 months, you go on a little getaway, you got $750 to go on a little 1 week, 10-day getaway.
For sure. Oh, yeah, I'm going to Kuala Lumpur in late December as
well. Of course you are.
My favorite thing about doing these, meeting people like you that are open to talking about this, is how, like, you're living on a budget that might sound crazy to people back in America or Canada.
For sure it does.
And it's like, well, what kind of life do you have then? It's like, you're talking about trips to Kuala Lumpur, trips to Krabi, Raleigh Beach, some trips that are once in a lifetime for people in North America. And you're doing it every 3 months on this budget.
Or less. And I have another trip planned in either April or May. I'm going to pop over to Portugal for about 2 weeks.
Amazing.
So that's one thing you can do. If you're living cheap, especially if you're a single guy, you're not taking away from your lifestyle. My lifestyle here is still much higher than it would be if I lived back in America.
Nice. Yep. And last but not least, sport club fees. You added this to your list. Is this the pickleball?
It is the pickleball. So they'll usually charge like 100 baht, which is not that much. It's $3. Sometimes depends, like, I guess it's depending on like how popular, like, the time of week, the price goes up a little bit. So if it's like a Thursday night through Sunday, it's really crowded and popular. People are always trying to book the courts. So you're going to pay 150 or 200 baht, but that's still only $8.
So your grand total here is just under $1,400 a month. You listed all of these costs and what each one of them would cost back in your hometown, which is Tampa?
Yep, and that's what my brother is presently paying, basically.
This is what he's paying, and that's $4,200. So basically triple. So what would you say to people out there who are watching this and thinking about potentially doing what you're doing and kind of packing it in and coming over for a year, 2, 3 years over here?
Let me just start by saying I love America. It's got nothing to do with that, but this is such a great opportunity to go somewhere where you can live inexpensively and it's safe, and you always feel like you're an exotic location for yourself, but then you can pop out somewhere so easily. Southeast Asia, you can travel so cheap. When I was in America, I couldn't travel cheap. Like even to go to visit somebody only a couple of states away would be $500 sometimes.
Oh, and forget about getting on a plane.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about, getting on a plane.
Yeah.
So here is a great opportunity for so much more travel. And because I've lived overseas, in Asia, particularly for 20 years, I feel more at home here than I do in America now, but nothing against America. I'm full red-blooded American. I love America. Yeah, but for me, this is just a better choice.
Yeah, amazing. Well, it is an inspiring lifestyle that you've got going on here, man. I appreciate you sharing.
What more do you need? How many more examples? We'll keep drilling this in your head until you start to believe it. You're going to have to brainwash you guys into realizing that this is reality. A lot of men are living it. And then it said, look at the comments. This guy's living my dream right now. International school teacher here for 20 years and just ready for this so much. Love this channel. This question is so easily answered. $500 USD monthly. A 1-bedroom condo, if you look around for a deal, is around $300. Small, all amenities, but definitely doable. Water $200, electric is $100, internet and phone $50. Everything on top of that is up to your lifestyle. You choose how to spend your remaining budget. Locals can live in Bangkok for less than $700 a month. His quality of life is very good. See, look what this guy says. With health insurance and a trip home in America once a year, I averaged $1,800 per month. That included a couple regional trips too, so my experience was the same. I'm back in the States now till my dog passes, then I'm coming back to Los. Check this out. I live comfortably in rural northern Thailand for about $300 per month. I'm on a retirement visa which costs me $1,100 per year. I drive a motorcycle which is easy and cheap maintenance while being good on petrol. Medical is decent and incredibly inexpensive. I own my own home so I can cook for myself, but I do eat out about half of the time. Supplies and miscellaneous, as he said, about 1/4 of the cost in the States. I was living well in Chiang Mai on about $1,000 per month, but grew tired of the city life. Bangkok is one of the most expensive places to live in Thailand, but if you gotta have nightlife and the girls, then there you have it. Life can be very good here, but learn the language, culture, and customs before you settle, or your experience will remain two-dimensional. When I tell you guys about prices depressing dramatically when you just go outside of the major cities into some of the more rural or regional towns, this guy is doing it for about $300, give or take $350, $280, something around there. What the hell? I was spending that much on dinner in the United States. This guy's $300 a month. So when this guy's telling you he's spending $1,400 a month, that's because he's living in Bangkok. You can immediately cut that by 30% just going outside of Bangkok, if not more, by half. For the men that are currently living in Southeast Asia or other parts around the world, share what your monthly living costs are. Show the men in the comment section. It can be done. Maybe mention what you do to work, thoughts on when you were visiting some of these places, your plans on getting out, just to share a little bit of everything. I'll be curious to read the comments on that. If you haven't already, subscribe for the second channel. I do walk-in talks around Bucharest, a bunch of stuff with the private community, the group discussions that we're having. It's mainly focused on self-improvement, the differences in life overseas, and why that passport is your ticket to happiness. We'll see you on the next one.